Really, at the end of the day, we're all little kids in grown body wanting to feel loved, safe, to have fun, to feel connected. Or sometimes in the process of trying to have that, we become afraid. We experience conditioning behaviors that are self-preserving, that in turn create an environment that isn't suitable for connection or fun. And it's hard because when you get older, there's not as much compassion. For a child, when a child throws a tantrum, you're afraid or you're angry or you're upset at something, and you just sit with that child and you say, listen, you can't act like this, but you could feel this. It's okay to feel this, but you can't hurt other people. But as you get older, sometimes people take it upon themselves that they do hurt other people unintentionally. But it's because of that little child inside of that person that is just surviving, that is wanting to feel seen, loved, and heard, and wants to feel included and have fun. And sometimes people in their life, especially as children, don't experience love in those places. I wish I could hug the child and everyone that feels so hurt and sad and angry and confused. I wish I could, that just be my life purpose, is just to hold a presence hug till every person's inner child relaxes. Oh man. I personally had a good life growing up, but I did not have a lot of emotional support. I had to navigate feeling alone and feeling scared and feeling not loved in my own ways, even though I grew up with a mother that was very sick. There's that little girl inside of me that just wants to feel so safe and seen and adored and loved. And there's times that I show up as that little girl who just feels so misunderstood and unseen. But sometimes in life, you have to be the one to self-destruct a bit, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's really us who self-destructs, not because our environment was bad, but because we're learning and acting out certain behaviors that need to be released, that need to be processed. And it doesn't always make sense, right, to be the storm. It doesn't always make sense to show up or self-destruct. But I don't know, I just have a lot of grace. And it's important to have a lot of grace for people in your life because we're all just big children trying to figure it out. It is messy, it's beautiful, but it's messy. But I wanna just enjoy being on this luscious rock floating in space. And why not just try to really be present where you're at and listen to the birds and feel the sunshine and feel that spring is coming and see the butterflies as they fly by. It doesn't have to be so serious, but also when that part of you is screaming, when that inner child inside of you is screaming to be seen and held and loved, don't neglect that part of you, because if you do, you will self-destruct. You will. That part of you will not stop till something happens, whether it can manifest in disease, it can manifest in addiction, it could manifest in broken marriages or just really horrible behavior. So you have to address that part of you, especially if you're an adult. You have to address and make space to hold and have capacity. Doesn't mean you stop life, right? It's just an added part that makes life so rich. Because if you could allow yourself to deepen in your experience, if you could allow yourself to be a witness within you to those states and parts of you, then that's the beauty of this human experience. I think this tree is dead. It looks pretty dead. At least that branch is. Anyways, be gracious with the child within you. And if the child within you is making a storm, let it do it safely. And, oh God, this is sad. Learn how to ask for a hug when you need one. Oh my God, that just so hits my inner child. I wish I asked for more hugs when I was feeling sad as a child, because instead I just sat alone. Oh, wow. Anyways, it's okay to let life do its work in cleansing these parts of yourself. You don't have to be afraid of your vulnerability. In fact, your vulnerability is your strength. It's what makes you hold capacity for the people you love and to have grace, because that's the beauty in life. We get to have this full range of human emotions. It's what makes life so rich. When we're in the ether, we're just directly connected to divine love. And in that state, you don't, like, it's in the state of separation that we could experience these lower level emotions, which at the same time have their own level of holiness in them. There's a purpose to them. These lower level emotions also create worlds. And it's important to acknowledge that they create worlds that need to exist as well. Everything needs to be a lush green world. Sometimes things are meant to look like molten lava, and that's just what it is. Anyways, I say all this to say, make space for yourself. We're all big little kids, and if you're feeling alone, ask for a hug.